Big hello to all my friends and everyone who's taken out time to listen to my poems or understand the stories behind every cup of coffee. So, we are meeting after long. I hope everyone is keeping well. So, today I would like to read some backstory to my book, and my preface, which talks about the poem I'm going to present to you today. It's a beautiful love story between a Mughal princess, Jahan Ara, and her lover, Mirza, who was poetic, who was spiritual, and who was a very kind hearted person. But of course, like some love stories, it was doomed to be a failure. Let's get into the history, the beauty, the nostalgia, romance of it all. But before we begin, I would like to read few lines from my book, and maybe that would help you get some, you know, backstory to this beautiful love story between Jahan Ara and Mirza. My book title, A Coffee Cup Has Many Stories, is a collection of poems and ideas which have touched my heart and given different hues to life and its journey. Each cup of coffee offers a new brew or a blend to the traveler of words, the traveler of worlds, and the traveler of time. Likewise, all pages of this little book of precious poems offers a unique blend of simple emotions like the first love, the tragedy of children dying in Gorakhpur due to medical negligence, the poems meeting Jahan Ara and Jahan Ara and Mirza are written as a special tribute to the Mughal princess Jahan Ara. She was a Sufi princess. She was the daughter of Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan and Mumtaz Mahal. They epitomized the immortality of the magnificent Taj. The Sufi princess was an accomplished writer, poet, and entrepreneur who encouraged handicrafts and developed the Meena Bazaar at Agra, much like Noor Jahan did in Delhi, Shah Jahanabad area. Likewise, Jahanara did it for Agra and Delhi also. She devoted her life to take care of her dying mother and grief stricken father after her mother's death. She was a keen diplomat and managed the affairs of the harem or the women quarters with great skill. Her love story with Mirza has been romanticized in cinema, in Hindi cinema before, but here in my poem, I would like to go little bit into her world again and as to what her love story and beauty was all about with the beautiful spiritual Mirza. So today I'm going to present before you a poem very, very special to my heart as I was involved in writing of the script for the same as an assistant to Mr. Hemant Kumar Mehta. The movie being produced or made was called Hasrate Jahan Ara, and it was a dream project of Mr. Ketan Anand, the nephew of versatile and dynamic actor legendary Devanand Sahab and son of legendary director Chetan Anand. So, before I present to you Jahan Ara and Mirza, their world of beauty, their world of Sufism, their world of magnificence, and the whole Taimurid history created in Agra, created in Delhi, created in their very own dreamlike love story. I would now like to present to you the love story of Jahan Ara and Mirza. हसरते जहान आरा एक बेहतरीन पिक्चर सिनेमा जो कि प्लान करी थी केतन आनंद साहब ने, लेजेंडरी फिल्म मेकर डायरेक्टर के बेटे चेतन आनंद साहब और देवानंद जैसे लेजेंडरी एक्टर फिल्म मेकर के भतीजे। मुझे मौका मिला था उसमें एक असिस्टेंट की तरह राइटिंग करने का, कुछ गाने कुछ गज़लें लिखने का और मिस्टर हेमंत कुमार मेहता जो उसके म्यूज़िक डायरेक्टर थे, उनके साथ मैंने काफ़ी रिसर्च करी थी, जिसका नतीजा है ये पोएम। आज मिस्टर मेहता नहीं हैं, हम उनके लिए दुआ करते हैं, उनकी मग़फ़िरत के लिए। लेकिन मेरे पास फिर भी एक नायाब तोहफ़ा रह गया है, जिसका नाम है जहान आरा एंड मिर्ज़ा, which I have penned down in English in my book, A Coffee Cup Has Many Stories. So let's begin. Let's be a part of their world. चलिए हम जहान आरा और मिर्ज़ा की खूबसूरत दुनिया में उनकी मोहब्बत और उनकी तकलीफ़ों और उनकी आजमाइशों में खो जाते हैं और समझते हैं कि जहान आरा, जो कि एक मुग़ल सूफ़ी प्रिंसेस हैं, शाहजहाँ की बेटी हैं, उनको क्या क्या इम्तिहान देना है और कैसे बैलेंस करना है अपने दो बेहतरीन अकम्पलिश्ड भाइयों के बीच। एक तरफ हैं दारा शिको जो सूफ़ी हैं, पढ़ते हैं लिखते हैं, और एक तरफ हैं औरंगज़ेब आलमगीर जिनको मिलिट्री पे बहुत ज़बरदस्त कमांड है और वो एम्बिशियस हैं। कौन है वो जिसके लिए जहान आरा आगे बढ़ेगी, किसका जहान आरा साथ देगी, और इस सब के बीच में अपने बूढ़े बाप शाहजहाँ की खिदमत करते हुए कैसे वो अपनी मोहब्बत को खो देगी, ये हम समझेंगे इस पोएम में। गुलाब सा नाजुक गुलाब है मेरी जहां आरा, खिदमत का तायमुरद सैलाब है मेरी जहां आरा, मिर्ज़ा की मोहब्बत का संगमरमरी ताज है जहां आरा, औरत के इनकलाब की आवाज़ है जहां आरा। Jahan Ara and Mirza conspired to meet in their favorite garden, the Bagh-e-Bahar. Lovers from eternity, the soulful Mirza and the magnificent, dedicated Jahan Ara. As pious as a dewdrop on the rose, as sharp as the Taimurid sword was Jahan Ara. Mumtaz Mahal, her departed mother, was exquisite ruby with a Persian cut aura. Her father, the mighty handsome Mughal Shahanshah, the mighty Shah Jahan. The riches, the gazelle, the palaces, the delicious feasts, none had comforted her as the soothing voice of her learned and sensitive Mirza, who was her friend like her brother Dara. The two lovers were visions of Hazrat Nizamuddin. The two lovers were vision of Hazrat Nizamuddin Aulia, true crusaders of Sufi, true crusaders of love. Her eyes were pools of translucent topaz, which were his pinnacle of intoxication. Mirza had sensed the impossible, destiny of the divine passion and separation. He knew and recognized the fear from his chivalrous dominating brother Alamgir and her father Shah Jahan. He also recognized the cruel ways of her so-called romanticized image, the mighty Mughal emperor Shah Jahan. Today she was his precious Kohinoor. Today she was Mirza's own very precious Kohinoor, his beloved, his love, his life, not the larger than life Mughal princess Jahan Ara. In Mirza's arms, she always softened and sang like a nightingale in the magnificent garden of the paradise, the Bagh-e-Bahar, the Chaman-e-Bahar. But tomorrow, the world, tomorrow, her very own world would harden her into a royalty, a diplomat spinning games and manipulations in her harem. She hated their separation in the night and dreamt of his visions in the innermost sanctum of purity and desire. Her brothers, all princes, could love and leave lovers and keep concubines on their own impulsive desire. But she had learnt as a young girl that love was not a luxury which was afforded to young Mughal Shehzadis, and she dare not aspire for the same. So they had hoped to be united forever. So both Mirza and Jahan Ara had hoped against all odds that they would be united forever, if not in this birth, in many births to come, to be reborn, always as eternal lovers. This was their hope. जहान आरा और मिर्ज़ा बार बार जन्म लें, बार बार पैदा हों और बार बार उनकी मुलाकात हो, एक खूबसूरत लव स्टोरी बनती ही रहे. In another life, in another time, to bless the promised spiritual bond as Mirza and Jahan Ara. Thank you so much. This is Rubina for Rubina's Cafe, and keep sipping your own very special cup of coffee or tea, whichever you prefer. Thank you so much.